Pat has really done some tremendous things in his career. And one of the things that I get to do sometimes is when recruits are in, they'll come and meet me in my office, and I'll talk to them about expectations and what we want from our players here at MACC. And I'm sure it's the same thing that you all as players would hear, that you're going to be a student athlete first. You're going to have to perform in the classroom, work hard, do well. And the thing I can tell them now about Pat is I can say, you're going to be coached by a Hall of Fame coach. For those of you that don't know, Pat got inducted into the NJCAA Hall of Fame last year. But Pat, doesn't mean it's time to quit. That means it's just time to keep adding to that legacy. So what I say is I don't think we ever get out coached. We also on our women's team got Hannah Hayden as our head coach, and Hannah is doing extremely well. She's a great head coach, and we're really fortunate to have her as well. So tonight, we got a mineral area here. And these two games are important for two reasons. That's where Hannah played, and her former coach still head coach there. So enough said about that. And then mineral area comes in tonight undefeated, the number 3 ranked team in the nation. And I'm sure they're very confident that they're going to do well tonight. So we'll see. But without further ado, I'd like to have our head coach, Pat Smith, come say a few words. Coach Smith.
Hey, first of all, it's always great to be among royalty and all the former Greyhounds. You know, one thing we always tell our guys, we might watch a game on film or live scout something, and there's 50 people in the stands like the state fair. And then we go down there to play, and there's 500 people. And while they might not have played hard in the game before, they're playing their tails off against us. One thing I always tell our players is this: it's not because of you. It's because of the people that have played before you. And all the tradition here, the Mobley name, man, we're going to get everybody's best. And you have to accept that challenge. Now with that said, you know, I've coached 37 years, and you always say that there's a first time for everything, right? Y'all heard that? Okay, we play in Indian Hills, and I hate to say this, we've lost 4 home games in 4 years, that's it. All 4 on the Indian Hills, we got to get past that month. But I'm going to say this. I had something happen against Indian Hills I've never had happen in my career. And the game's going on, and I've got these loafers on. And, you know, some of you know this. So I'm walking up and down like I used to do patient. So I just got to give it an air kick. And so I keep on walking, and then I realize I've got only a sock on, 1 foot. My shoe went flying into the stands. Okay, I'm going to try to pass this off now. Did you know this happened, John?
I did not.
Okay, well, I'm advertising. So anyway, I start walking back, and I'm trying to be as low-key as I can. So I'm walking with 1 shoe on, 1 shoe off. I get in front of my coaches. I said, "You know where my shoe's at?" Logical question. They said, "No." So I said, "Well, I might as well walk back down the other way." Well, at the time I'm walking, Marquilo Sullivan had the only assist he's had in his entire career here. He sticks my shoe up. Somebody brought it thrown into the stands. Luckily did not hit anybody. And he hands me the shoe, and I put it back on as quietly and discreetly as I can, and continue to coach and promptly lose the game in the last minute. But I tell you what, that's a first. And like I said, the shoe flying off and all that, so hopefully that won't happen again. I tell you, I'll never forget 1988. I had the privilege of being named as head coach at Lincoln Lane Community College. They'd been down for a long time, and I think the first day I got the job, Dan Callahan called me and wanted to know if I wanted to come to a classic at Mobley Area Community College. I think it was 1988. So anyway, I said, sure, I'd love to. We had an opening that weekend. I knew the tradition of Mobley, and so I ended up going ahead and accepted the challenge. And I think it was in November, and we came down here. It was snowing when we came in, and I had a real problem. When I got in the parking lot, I was looking for this nice, magnificent gymnasium. Surely a program like Mobley had a tremendous facility. And I drove around, but I couldn't find it. There was a bunch of cars parked by this. It looked like a Cracker Box gym. So I walked on in, and sure enough, I found out that was a gym. Then we went down there, and visitors' locker room was awful. Did y'all know that? It was awful. I mean, but then somebody quietly, when I walked down, said, "Man, that's a bad locker room." They said, "Don't worry, the home one's not much better." So, okay, so then the game starts, and I've never coached a game with people peering into my huddle over my players. I mean, oh Lord, I mean, it was something else. Yeah, I tell you what, I was up there, and of course, one of the all-time coaches that y'all probably enjoyed having here was Mad Dog Nelson. You remember him? St. Louis Community College. Now the rumor is one night he went and sat in the stands with some fans and talked to them during the game. I wasn't here. But Mad Dog and I were laughing about the Mobley crowds back in the old days. I tell you, I did get a big kick a couple of years ago. We were playing Sauk Valley, right to go to Hutch, I think 4 years ago at our place, and I think we had around 1,800, 1,900 there that night. And somebody came up to me after the game and they said, "Coach, you should have seen the crowds we had in those other places." So I did have to say this. I said, "Now, how much did that gym seat?" "Oh, around 800. Well, we could get 1,000 in there." I said, "Well, we had 1,800 tonight, so sometimes it's relative." But I tell you, Dr. Lashley's right about one thing. The worst thing the biggest mistake I ever made in my career, luckily I got a chance to correct it, was come back and coach here. In the 90s, I was assistant at the University of Miami, and all the pros used to come in and play at our places. We had Tim Hardaway, we had Alonzo Mourning, we had Glenn Rice. I mean, they all kept their homes down there in Miami. We also had a guy named Mitch Richard that used to come in and play with our guys. So one day, I had not even been at Mobley. One day, I walked down there and we were just talking. Our guys got done playing with the pros. I walked up, introduced myself to Mitch, and I said, "Hey," I said, "How'd you enjoy?" I said, "I'm a JUCO guy." I said, "How'd you enjoy your career at the JUCO level?" He said, "I'm talking about Mobley." He says, "Coach, I'm going to tell you this. It was the greatest experience of my playing career." And I thought, hold up, this guy was a 7-time All-Pro, played on an Elite 8 team at Kansas State, ended up later, I think it was later, won the NBA championship with the Lakers. And he's telling me that the greatest experience that he ever had was playing JUCO ball at Mobley. And I thought to myself, that'd be a heck of a place to coach at. And thanks to Dr. Jorgensen, I got the invitation to do that. I should never have left, and I was glad that I was asked to come back. And I tell you what, this team that we've got this year, I got a big kick. Last year we got to Hutch, got beat the eventual national champions of NCNs, tough loss. I felt it's a game we should have won. We were ahead with 2 minutes to go. But anyway, we lost a couple of really good players off that team. Alonzo Verge, who had 43 the other night for Arizona State. In fact, this is hard to believe. Malcolm Thomas held records here for 30 years. As good as this program is. 30 years, and I tell you, even last year, I really wanted him at the banquet to celebrate his accomplishments. And Verge broke 16 of them. So we lost a pretty good player, and he's having a great year at Arizona State. We lost another kid, Sean Miller Moore, had 104 dunks. So one coach in the region, he'll go unnamed today. We'll see him tonight. He made a comment this summer. Well, we'll see how Mobley does without Verge and Sean Miller Moore. And granted, we only got one player back from this last year's team, but we're currently 17-4. Won 7 in a row. We did something I think some of you will respect. We went up to Burlington and won the other night. Tough place to play, and then maybe in Indian Hills the next game. I know some of you will like this. We hung 128 points on Three Rivers the other night. I took the press off 10 minutes ago. And so it could have been a lot more than that. But hey, it means nothing tonight. We play a real good middle area team. We're 17-4, 2-0 in the region. I think they're 20-0, ranked 3rd in the country. Unless somebody dunks some warm-ups tonight, score's going to start off 0-0, and we need to be a better team start to finish. This club is playing really hard. Early on, I had a lot of concerns about this team. I thought maybe we had dropped a little. This group is doing things so differently, and we're a real balanced team. And I tell you, when I go back over the years, I tell our guys all the time, all you're trying to do is become part of the legacy here, part of the tradition. And I tell you, I knew Coach Daly a little bit. Got to know Coach Spoonire. Of course, his son Jay ended up coaching here. To this day, Charlie Spoonire is the greatest speaker I've ever heard. He could tell the same stories over and over and make them funny every time. And I tell you, just simply put, Lee Carricker, was one of the finest individuals I've ever had a chance to be around. And I just still remember him coming back for our golf outing every year. And just the stories he would tell, but above all, the passion he would have for Greyhound basketball. Still have it. We'd go up, one year we played Wayne Jewell JV, and we sat there for an hour and just talked before the game about, hey man, what a great place Moberly is. And so with that said, we really welcome you back. It's really glad to have you here. We play tonight. We got a nice new gym over there now. You can't find it. But I tell you, we're looking forward to this. I know our guys are. And our goal is to outscore by 1 point tonight and win the game. So we appreciate y'all being back. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Coach. Well, at this time, we want to go around the room and give our players